Hello and welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell.
150, Nelson.
150.
We have made it 150 weeks, somehow just taking other people's words and claiming them as our own.
Yep.
Or we don't even claim them as our own. We just claim like any kind of listenership that should go to others, but we take for ourselves.
Right. Yes. We elaborate on others. Sure.
That's the very generous way of saying it. They take things and they elaborate.
Yeah.
Sometimes they throw it out entirely and just talk about something else.
Yeah. Okay. Camber, 150 episodes. That's long. That's a long time.
It's probably the longest commitment either of us have ever made.
That's true.
And I
that
think,
might be the longest commitment I ever make.
And I think the key is that neither of us really committed that much in the beginning.
Yeah.
We just didn't not commit, and it just stuck around.
I expect if I get married in the future, I won't last 150 weeks. Could you imagine being married to somebody for 150 weeks?
I know, and you don't even have other people's content to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, you could actually.
Yeah.
Because we've remained good friends throughout 150 weeks.
Yeah.
Perhaps the secret is once a week, sit down, take a couple of Reddit posts, have a discussion. It's the key to a good relationship. Though, then again, we did ask each other those questions and fell in love with each other.
Yeah.
And the listener, obviously. So
was
maybe
the
that's
trick.
also the trick.
That was the trick. But I did some maths, I thought.
Yep, sure.
Just for some interesting content.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
When is maths not interesting?
No.
And
I can't think of one. I can't think of one.
the front of the show with maths. Even more exciting.
Exactly. So I worked out that if our episodes are roughly a bit over an hour long.
Yeah. They're normally like 110, roughly.
Yeah.
110 to 120.
Very rarely over an hour because that's the time that we aim for and that's what we hit almost every time.
Sure.
So I calculated that we go over a little bit.
Yeah.
And
how much leeway did you give us when you say a little bit?
An extra 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah, good.
And I thought, well, I'll just do some math. So I worked out how many downloads we've got and then so how many hours that is total, right? So essentially accumulating the whole time of all our listeners because as you know, I like to guilt our listeners a little bit, I think.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Like they could be doing a job. I don't know what necessarily, but I know that they could be doing a better job.
And, sometimes, and maybe some listeners don't know this, because, when a podcast starts wrapping up, sometimes you get out of it early.
Yep.
And they might not hear this, but we do ask listeners if you could just simply tell everybody in your life that you know to listen.
Yeah.
Then we'd have a really solid listening base.
Yeah.
It's not much to ask.
And
just everyone you know.
They haven't done that.
Yeah.
I know they haven't done that. I've been looking at the looking at the maths, Canberra.
Yeah.
I've been doing the maths.
You looked at the 7 billion on Earth.
Yeah.
And then you looked at our 70,000.
Not quite right. So all I'm saying, listeners, is get better. And so I thought that I would give them a wake-up call.
Oh, sure.
All the things that our listeners could have been doing with the accumulated time.
Right.
So for one person, if you've listened to every episode, I estimate 8.3 days of your life.
Oh, sorry, Cousin
gone.
Rowan.
Yeah.
Because I believe you wrote in on episode 2.
Right.
For the first time, having listened to
right.
episode 1.
Okay, yeah.
So apologies
for
that week.
8.3 days you will never get back. And you might think 8.3 days doesn't sound much. I live for years. Canberra. Well, let me just take. So in total, that's 540,330 days.
Jeez.
Okay, total cumulative of all the downloads that we've had, all the listeners. If you were to just walk the whole time of this, that you've been listening to the podcast.
Of course.
You would reach 488,250 kilometers.
Wow.
That's pretty hard to put into perspective, isn't it?
I'm trying to. What's the equivalency of?
Let me give you something that might help.
Please.
You could walk over 12 times around the circumference of the world.
Oh, wow.
Around the equator.
Well, there's a handy little hint.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you do have a long walk coming up,
Yeah.
like around the world 12 times,
Yeah, 12 times.
we've got you covered.
If you want to lose some weight.
Yeah. You'll have
We're a weight loss podcast.
Admittedly, you'll have to put up with some less than great audio initially.
Yeah.
But we finally get our stuff together around episode 100.
And 49.
That's true. In fact, we turned on the set today and we're like, this sounds different. This
Don't know why.
Slightly different and we don't know why.
But anyway, Gab, okay, that's just walking. That's impractical, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
for a listener to comprehend of how much they've wasted their life, you know. But I thought, well, what if I calculate how much money people could have earned based on the minimum wage in Australia? If you're making minimum wage, if everybody was working rather than listening to our podcast, they would have earned $236,609,856.
And here's the thing. We don't have a Patreon.
We don't have Patreon.
But if we were to implement it or something like that, we would now say that, you know, work while you're listening and whatever, because we make your work a little easier while you're listening. Donate that section of your salary to us.
Yeah.
And then another 150.
Oh my God. $236 million, Gary. I don't know what we'd do with ourselves. So that's the money you could have had, listeners, idiots. And also in that time, you could be giving back to the nature, the world.
Right, of course.
Think about your wider community, you know. You could have planted 325,500 trees.
Jeez.
The world needs more trees.
Yeah, the Nelson and Cambo Forest,
and
as it would be called.
And you're sitting there doing
listening
to
two guys from Melbourne, Australia, just a city statistically so many of you have never been to.
Wake up is really what I'm trying to say here.
But obviously, don't go anywhere because we've got Ask Reddit coming.
Yeah.
Stick around for that.
But the last one, Cambo, also something they could be doing for the community.
Sure.
Is you know, you got to look out for your neighbor. There's people out there that don't have houses, homeless people on the streets everywhere in the world. It's a horrible thing. What do they need? Houses.
Yeah.
How many could we have made for them?
Well,
I'll let you know.
What's your estimate of how long it takes to make a house?
I looked up statistics.
Yep.
7 months.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Average time. So everybody could have made 2,537 community houses in that time. That's 2,537 people off the streets.
Yeah. We'd take one for our troubles.
Oh, yeah, we would take one.
Yeah. But what's one house?
Two,
when you got
4. Investment properties.
We'll rent them out to the homeless.
We need to we need a place to store our 236 million that we've earned.
But as much as you're putting this on the listeners, Nelson, for not having done this while listening to us, this is also a missed opportunity for us marketing wise for not taking advantage of all these opportunities as well. We got to think of that.
Well, see, I think that by us talking about such things, it leads to people taking action.
Yeah, great.
You know? So, like, without us, nobody does anything.
Yeah, it's a good point.
So...
We're not to blame.
We're never to blame. How many times have I blamed the listener and you've gone, no, it's not. But it is. Yeah, it's them.
I see what you're saying.
We've just worked it out. I've done the maths. There's maths that I've done. So many things they could have done. And they didn't.
Well, the blood's on your hands, listeners.
Yep. But anyway, let's get into Reddit on Reddit, I guess.
On that chipper note.
Yeah. Cambo, I'm going to let you do something that has never happened in the history of the podcast.
Oh, great.
You can choose.
Okay.
I have 3 topics.
Sure.
There's one that's about science stuff. Maybe money-making idea. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, you know us.
You know what? Everything is a money-making idea if you really put your mind to it. Another one that's a bit, another science one that's a bit more lowbrow.
Okay.
Or a 6 perks one, which we've had done before. Not by our friend Makita too.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more.
We say friend.
Yeah.
I will go lowbrow science, please.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Can't be.
Well,
Jeez.
because I'm now depressed about all the money we haven't made from the listeners for all those statistics you just read.
Yeah.
So I'm not in a money-making scheme kind of mindset anymore.
Okay, right.
So let's go lowbrow science.
All right. Well, hey, we can maybe make some money out of this in some way.
Well, there's always a chance.
Okay, this is by Twinned. The first empirical study on dick pics found that 48% of men have sent unsolicited pictures.
Wow.
Unsolicited senders are also bigger narcissists and more sexist than their counterparts.
Huh. That's almost half the population. Because the real word there is unsolicited.
Yeah, I know.
There's nothing wrong with a consensual dick pic.
Yeah. Hey, send me your dick. No worries.
Yeah.
I've got it on standby. Okay, that's fine.
Par for the course. And I wouldn't have been surprised if it had been like 50% of guys have sent a dick pic. Because you assume some is consensual. Mm-hmm. But almost half of the male population having been like the thought popped into their head, no, they do want to see it. Yeah.
I mean, nobody's going to ask for a dick pic, but I know they want it. So.
Which also means that roughly half the male population are narcissistic sexists.
Yeah. But that sort of makes sense to me.
Yeah.
When I think about how men are just the worst.
Yeah, we've met and worked with many guys over the course of our lives.
Yeah.
That I think kind of fit into that
I'm
category
like, yeah, that's right.
Because I think that sometimes, I don't think it's a surprise to listeners. We're pretty left-leaning guys, and we're pretty, accepting of most things. We don't really care about.
Except women, obviously.
Obviously. They all want the picture.
Yeah.
We're pretty accepting guys, and I think that sometimes I just assume that we're the norm. But things like this make me think that we're not.
Yeah. Well,
no, that makes it sound like I'm saying how great we are. That wasn't my point.
Can be. We're great.
Okay, thanks. I didn't want to say it.
Yeah. I'm happy to. Don't feel like, sometimes you need to boost your confidence a little by saying you're the best. And we are.
It just it takes balls and a dick to do an unsolicited dick pic.
Yeah.
And I just don't think I'm brave enough.
I'm not brave enough. No way.
Yeah.
I can't even.
A solicited dick pic would freak me out.
Yeah. I can't even get into the mental area that I would have to be to warrant doing that.
Yeah.
Like in what scenario? Like I'm trying to think of there is the most attractive girl in the world I've ever seen in my life.
Uh-huh.
And I've tried everything to communicate with her. Everything. Flowers.
Yeah.
Chocolates.
Yeah.
Straight up money.
Sure.
Tried to pay her off.
Sure.
Wasn't into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not just buying things. I know I just listed things. It's not like I think women can be bought.
Yeah.
Some women, I mean, obviously can be bought, but anybody can be bought. I mean, if you got $236 million, Cameron.
But you're saying you've tried normal channels of communication,
everything.
text message, try and strike up a conversation.
Yep.
None of these have worked.
Had a great icebreaker.
Yeah.
Things like that. Nothing worked. Could I then conceive? All right. Time for the dick pic. The Hail Mary, if you will.
Yeah.
The nuke. Where it's going to either work. No, but see, that's the thing. I never think that's ever going to work.
This is my question.
Yeah.
Has there been a success in the Hail Mary?
Yeah.
Which is the unsolicited dick pic.
Yeah.
That has turned the tide in that flirtation from, I'm not that interested to, ooh, you know what? Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because
I wasn't certain about it, but then after I got this dick pic, now I know.
Call me cynical, but I don't know if there's ever been a victory.
Do you know what? It's probably because our penises are way too small.
No, it could be that. Yeah.
If I've got a huge penis, that might be my best quality. And maybe that's what I lead with.
Here's the thing, because if you think about it like this, the statistics of you winning the lottery are also extremely low.
Yes.
But people still buy a ticket every week.
People still buy one.
Is that
somebody wins?
Is that the logic that people are going into? Like, look, statistically, this dick pic won't work, but maybe it's the 1 in 100 million chance I'm going to hit the jackpot.
We need. I think we need some input from some women here.
Okay, yeah.
I only know one woman. It's Abigail.
Yep.
Abigail. Oh, and Amanda.
And Amanda.
Yeah, we only know 2 women. If either of you could write in, let us know if you both got partners.
Yep.
Did it all start with dick pic? Maybe.
And is there any situation at all, and I don't care how drastic, I'm talking maybe it's post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Is there any situation in which that would turn the tide?
Yeah.
Interesting. Get back to us.
It's good. I want to know.
We'll report back next week.
Because if they're like, imagine if they're like, oh yeah, like 98% of the time.
Yeah,
I'm really turned on and I want to, oh my God, I've been wasting my life.
And what if
pick up lines?
What if we're making all these assumptions and it comes back, you know what, the surprise was great.
Yeah, okay.
It's
the
unsolicited.
It's better if it is unsolicited.
Hey, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be the case, but never say never.
You never know, Campy. Go ask these things. Got to find out. All right, let's get into Ask Reddit. Ask Reddit. This Ask Reddit is by Noodle Nugget. McDonald's discontinues the Happy Meal and introduces the Angry Meal. What kind of food and toys are in it?
Ooh, okay. Okay, here's something I think will be interesting. Let's replace all of the food in the Happy Meal with readily available McDonald's menu items. So here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Take the fries out.
Yep.
Apple slices are in.
Apple slices.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's the worst item.
Yep. Yeah.
You're not going to McDonald's for apple slices.
Take the cheeseburger out.
Yeah.
Cookies. Those terrible cookies.
Oh, the cookies that are just the worst.
Yeah.
They are disgusting.
They're so bland.
I don't know. It's
like eating
a place that like has scientists working on their food to try and make it so delicious and have people addicted to the flavor. They really screwed up on the cookies.
Yeah. And it's like eating a piece of drywall, honestly, the cookies.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And just a real kicker, you see in a little apple pie sleeve.
Yeah.
You open it. It's empty. They said, we didn't put any in the heater earlier.
Oh, yeah.
We actually don't have any.
You've got to wait another 15 minutes for them to cook.
It was like, and as far as toy, what used to always get me? We have in Australia a Kinder Surprise, or in England they call them Kinder Eggs. In America they're outlawed. Yeah, they are. Because
Kinder Surprise, yeah.
But they have a small little toy in them.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it was a mini car, or it was, it's all trash, but it was fun when you were a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
But I would hate it because sometimes I would open it and there'd be a puzzle. And because there's limited space inside the egg, it was a 4-piece puzzle.
Yeah, puzzles are the worst.
They are the worst. So I'm thinking the toy, one of those 4-piece puzzles.
Yeah, but only 3 pieces.
Oh,
you have to remember, you have to make the customer angry at the end. Puzzle, disappointing. 3-piece puzzle, meant to be 4, angry.
Yeah. What if they're all educational toys? Like the puzzle is of like the periodic table or something like that. I don't have a full puzzle and I don't want it.
Yeah, it's the worst. Missing the top right corner of the periodic
I
table.
don't care about this picture of the solar system. Oh no, I'm gonna eat my apple slices in peace.
Oh no, apple slices! It's just an empty bag as well. I didn't even want the apple slice. Okay, yeah.
We haven't replaced the drink, I guess, because you know what? Doesn't come with a drink. And you're gonna be thirsty after those bland ass cookies.
Yeah, that's
no
right.
drink included. That's extra.
Yeah. Or just lukewarm water.
Yeah.
It's so cold. You're like, well, I get like this is doing the job.
Yeah.
Of getting rid of my thirst, but
so this meal, the angry meal, includes a bag of apple slices, a box of the cookies, an empty sleeve of an apple pie, and a cup of lukewarm water,
yeah,
and a puzzle, an educational puzzle missing 1 piece.
And I think if you
It's $80.
you could you could add on maybe a sweet treat at the end. Camber, it's just an additional, and it's Greek yogurt ice cream.
But
No flavor.
I was going to say, no swirls of flavor in that bad boy.
Just plain Greek yogurt flavor.
Yeah, it's real tangy.
Yeah. And I think it should be quick melting as well. I have to remember, it has to get you angry.
Low quality Greek yogurt.
Yeah. You get like one lick and like most of it's down your hand already. Just the worst. I think what I would have is a semi-decent toy.
Okay.
Something that you might sort of want.
Yep.
Like something that's good in the moment. You know, like I don't know. Maybe you're a kid and you've got like you love Lion King. Lion King Happy Meal toys have been out recently.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe you've got like a big plushy Simba at home, and then you get in the car and you get your Angry Meal, and it's a very small plushy Simba. Mm-hmm. So you're like, this is cool for the moment until I get home where I've got my big plushy Simba.
Yeah.
But what you do is you shrink wrap it in that stuff that's really that plastic.
Yeah.
It's just impossible to get off.
Yeah.
And then you say, "Hey, Mom, I need to get this open. You got scissors." She says, "We've got it at home."
Yeah.
It's too late by then.
Yeah.
You've got big Simba. Why do you need small Simba?
Can I add a wrinkle to this?
Okay.
I think the small plushie, if you squeeze it, a little voice comes out. So you've got little Simba and you squeeze it, voice comes out. The voice, Timon. It's not the right character. It's never the right character.
Okay, yeah. Just the wrong characters for anything. Yeah. I like it.
Yep.
We can make so much money. Here's another one.
Sure.
This is by Curious Flex. Nope. Curious Felix. If you had the power to mandate a Christmas level holiday, what would it be and when?
Ooh, Christmas level.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's not any Easter level bullcrap.
Easter is a joke.
It is a joke.
Okay. And if your holiday needs 3 days and none of them are like full holidays, get out of here. Just get out of here.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think it was selfish of Jesus to be resurrected so soon. Imagine if he stretched that out over like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that would have been good.
And then we could have said, well, we need to have a holiday for the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
From when he died to when he arose.
Yeah. Okay. We're staunchly religious.
We're very passionate. Hey, when it comes to Christmas time, Cambo.
Yeah.
I was Joseph in a rendition of Jesus' birth when I was in kinder. You know why I did that? Securing Christmas holidays.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want anybody to look up in my past and be like, hey, you don't deserve this. I say, hey, I did that Christmas play when I was in kindergarten.
You're bragging about your acting, but Nelson, I was Michael in an amateur production of Peter Pan once, so we've all acted.
But do you get a public holiday for Peter Pan? Peter Pan Day? Is that exist?
No, I went to that, what was that, Michael Jackson ranch?
Neverland?
Got a lot of blocked memories from that.
Okay.
I don't know why. Christmas level holiday. What is...
Wait, sorry. I only just realized.
Yeah.
You played Michael.
Yeah.
Did they think that you needed a character that had the same name as you?
Well, here's
just
the thing.
In case you got confused.
I think I've talked about before. My best friend growing up was also called Michael. Younger than me. And he had the Batman costume.
Yeah,
so I had to get the Robin costume.
Yeah.
So Batman was always taller than Robin and Batman was younger.
Yeah.
I was Michael. My friend Michael cast as John, the older brother. So
I
don't know what this trend was in my this smaller kid. Everyone's
you just
like,
got the worst.
Everyone's like, he does look more authoritative than you, though.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's true.
What's the worst holiday that no one respects? Is it like a Shrove Tuesday? No, with the pancake day.
Yeah, isn't that Shrove? I think that's
yeah.
Ash Wednesday.
Okay.
It's not a public holiday.
And it's also quite religious.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, isn't Shrove? I think that's religious too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I just know it for the pancakes. What if, did it say it had to be already a public holiday?
No. It's just you're creating one. You're just creating one.
So I want to take something that no one gives any respect and make it a
huge
deal.
Christmas-sized one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're doing the like LGBTQI plus of what businesses did recently. You know, where they make a month out of it.
Yeah.
Because originally people didn't care, disrespecting that community. And so everybody was like, hey, we're going to give it a month. You're sort of doing the same thing for a weaker public holiday.
Yeah. But I want one that people are like,
I mean, Labor Day is like, that's one day.
You know what? End of financial year. That's what it is.
Okay.
The end of financial year. The most boring time because everyone just has to do their tax and all the...
Yeah.
Every business calendar has to start over again. You know what?
That's true.
It's a big event now.
Everyone
gives a gift.
Yeah. Oh, gifts.
Because you got your tax money coming. So you got
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing: you have to buy it before end of financial year.
Yeah.
So you don't.
So you
have
can
your
claim
tax.
it. You can claim it on tax.
That's good. That's good. Actually,
It's
I was
like-
thinking more because if after tax time you get your tax return, you've got a bit of extra cash. Buying a present's no biggie.
Yeah.
But just before tax time, that's the worst time.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I know I've got money coming, but I need to spend it now.
Yeah. But I'm really poor at the moment. Yeah. Okay. I think a lot of people would appreciate that. A lot of people in the business district would say, hey, that's a good idea.
Yep.
I'm going to go for the other end of the spectrum, Cambo. And this is, damn it. I was going to say smack bang in the middle of the year. That's also end of financial year time.
Got competing holidays.
You've got, okay, well.
If we time
mine's
this
the
right,
week before.
if we time this right, we could get a whole week off between ours.
Yeah. Well, that's what
Because obviously, last day before end of financial year and then the first day of financial year, both public holidays. I want to claim both of them.
Yeah.
Christmas, Boxing Day.
Okay, right. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Because it's Christmas level.
Because Christmas, how is Christmas? It's like, is it 3 or 4 days? It's actual public holiday. Because it's the Friday before as well. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
it's public
I
holiday.
think that might be an Australian thing. Well, it's not in every country.
Okay.
I think like in countries that celebrate Christmas specifically, Christmas and Boxing Day, they're your guarantees.
Yeah.
Australia has this thing, and I'm sure most countries do, but just in case they don't, if a public holiday falls on an inconvenient weekend where you already have the day off, we just tend to go, we'll take the next one off. That's a public holiday.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Lose a public holiday? I don't think so.
No, thank you.
We're the country that
think
gave a
there
public
are-
holiday
yeah.
to a horse race
Yeah.
and a football game.
Yeah.
Jeez, we have
Anything. People saw this Ask Reddit years ago, and were like, let's just do it.
Also, fun fact, Australia has one of the worst gambling problems in the world.
Wonder why.
Yeah.
Okay, this is mine, Cambo.
Yep.
It goes for a whole week,
Great.
right? Monday to Friday. So obviously you get the 2 weekends.
Great. Optimized.
Just making sure.
So it's like Easter where it changes date, but it
Yeah.
always starts on Monday and always ends on a Friday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's another thing I don't like about Easter.
Yeah.
Pick a date.
Yeah, well, that's true. Mine is going to be like, okay, this is, it's like the first working day of May.
Yep.
That's just what it is always.
Sure.
May starts on a Saturday. It's the first working day.
Yep, great.
So it's Monday. Okay.
How about if May starts on a Wednesday?
Oh yeah.
Does
You
it
have to wait
start-
till Monday. No, first Monday of
Okay,
May.
great.
That's what it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That makes way more sense. Okay. Oh, thanks. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Almost
you're welcome.
slipped through the cracks. And it's called the Lazy Holiday.
Yep, great.
I bet you thought I was going to come up with a better name after pausing for so long. But you know what? It's the Lazy Holiday. They're not going to think up of a witty name, are they? Okay. And
It's the lazy holiday, then underneath subtitle to come.
yeah.
And it never comes.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing. That's it. Okay. And on this holiday where you have to do stuff, it sounds pretty annoying, doesn't it, Campo?
Yeah.
But the whole point is you have to do nothing. You're not obligated to do anything. Okay. You can do stuff if you want.
Okay.
But otherwise, totally not obligated to do anything. Don't have to go to work. It's part of the public holiday.
Here's my question though: are things still open? Because other people also be celebrating lazy week.
they can choose to if they want.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody wants to capitalize on that. I think it's frowned upon that.
Right. Because
People are like, hey, come on. It's lazy week. What are you
would
doing,
think
Efren?
Lazy week. Let's go catch a film or, something like that.
Yeah.
Because that's still a lazy activity.
Yeah.
But if you get to the cinema and you're like, why isn't it open? They're like, well, I'm not opening.
Lazy
Lazy
week.
week. Or
think-
like one of the other things is maybe, I don't know, let's just lay on the couch and get a pizza. You're running out of the pizza store. They're closed.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing, Campbell.
Yeah.
You're way too active in your lazy week. Okay.
But I still need
when
eat.
when you're like, I want to go see a movie, but then I have to get up.
Right. But
I have to go out.
here's my problem, Nelson. Because I would want to order some Uber Eats, right? Get it to the house. But if that's not going to be open,
I'm not saying people.
before lazy week, I have to be active and think ahead and get food for lazy week.
I'm not saying people aren't going to be pre-prepared for this. Okay, it's like it's a once a year week. Can't be. You gotta get prepared for that.
Yeah.
This is like Christmas. You go buy presents and stuff before you actually get there. This is like, I'm gonna stock up on some canned beans.
That makes sense because it's Christmas level and you do prepare for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep.
See.
I've got 2 suggestions.
Yeah.
Lazy week tree. Never put it up. Everyone has a lazy week tree.
Never take it down.
Right, yeah. Put it up in preparation. 'Cause that's your prep week.
Yeah.
Never take it down.
Never take it down.
Yeah.
Not even the end of the lazy week.
'Cause if
you're preparing for next year's lazy week.
If you take it down, that is not in the spirit of lazy week. But something I'm going to take from the organization PETA. If you see someone in lazy week, say on a run or at the gym, bucket of red paint on them.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Or something a little bit more like inject them with sedative.
Yep, great.
Hey, you're not
Just
enjoying lazy week enough. Go to sleep for 12 hours.
What if the red paint has something in it?
Chloroform?
Yeah, great. But throw them a bucket of red paint dipped in chloroform.
Okay. Yeah,
That's good. You've done it.
I think that's a holiday week I could get behind.
Yeah, great.
All right, let's get into Today I Learned. So now it's time for Today I Learned. What are these about? Today I Learned. This Today I Learned is by Tokyono. Today I learned of Robert Campbell. Maybe a descendant of yours, Campbell.
Sure.
A World War I soldier who was a German prisoner. He learned that his mother was dying and wrote to the Kaiser asking to be released. His request was granted with the condition that he had to return. Campbell spent a week with his mother, then returned.
Huh. Now that I've learned what he did, he is a descendant of mine.
Yeah, idiot.
Who
He did that wrong.
But okay, there's a lot of facts missing here.
Okay.
I'll
fill you in on them.
I would suspect that the Kaiser probably said, if you don't return, there will be consequences to people here.
You're at war, Cambo. Wait, what's he going to do? Start a war?
No, but
you're already at the worst point.
But I'm saying if the fact that you don't return ensures the death of many other innocent people, that's going to be on your conscience.
But they're already killing other innocent people. I'd be like, you could probably give away secrets and stuff.
But not everyone in a prison camp died, just most of them.
Yes, but that's right. I mean, if anything, you're selling me the point more. They're probably going to die anyway. So
you're saying that you were like, "Hey Kaiser, my mom's dying." What are you singing about? Just sad.
Yeah, just confusing emotion, isn't it?
my mom's dying. I got to go see her. Can I get out?
Yeah.
It's like, all right. I'll let you out, Nelson. See your mother. But if you don't return, I will kill 10 children.
Okay.
And you would just skip and whistle out of there and never return.
I say to myself, well, he was probably on his way to kill 10 children because he's the worst.
Yeah, and he says, I'm not.
These
10 children.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to believe a German Nazi?
These
not necessarily in. Yeah. Anyway,
these 10 children were marked to survive. I will kill them. They're not even prisoners yet. I'm going to go capture 10
now
more
I'm
children.
thinking
I'm going to capture
there
10
is
extra children
10
that we weren't going to
children.
capture and kill them.
I say, well, I'll be back. Don't you worry.
War is hell.
Not back, Camper. Clean conscience. Did I kill those children? No. Did I pull the trigger?
Thing is, now
Don't think
it's
so.
not a clean conscience. You're just happy with how dirty it is. A clean conscience means you did. This guy that came back has a clean conscience. You have a dirty conscience. You're just fine with it.
Okay, this is what I think, Camper. I think really is you shouldn't negotiate with terrorists.
Right.
Isn't that's the line people throw around all the time?
Yep.
In movies
Okay.
that I've seen,
What
which
about-
are probably historically accurate.
What about this circumstance?
Yeah.
Hey Nelson, I hear your mum's sick.
Yeah.
Yep. You're smoking. What are you? Well, we're giving you permission to go see your mother.
Thanks, bud.
We're going to take you there, so you need to tell us where your mother is.
But,
You also
yeah.
need to tell us the location of the rest of your family.
Yeah, obviously.
And if you don't, we promise.
Yeah.
You swear we won't capture them.
Yeah,
We promise
obviously.
that if you don't come back,
Yeah.
we'll kill all of your family.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me give you the address. So one.
No, we're going to take you to your mother, so we're going to know where she is.
Yeah, okay. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
Yeah. But we also need verification of the location of your other family.
Camper.
Who's this Camber? I'm a German guard. You can tell by my German
Dear,
accent.
dear German guard.
I am Das Guard.
No problem.
9.
It's going to sound like I'm leading you straight into the Allied forces.
Okay.
It's going to sound like that.
Right.
Crazy idea.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. And if this even sounds suspicious, we're going to kill 10 kids.
Yeah.
Go on.
I
Go
know,
on.
but that's why I'm precursoring with the fact that it sounds
I
weird.
know, but even with this precursor, let me tell you.
Yeah.
If it sounds even remotely like a setup, 10 kids are dead. Bring the kids in. Yeah. All right, go on. Yep.
Kind of ugly kids. I mean, don't have much going for them, do they?
Right. Please, sir. It's me. Little Sven. Got so much to live for, sir.
Oh, your voice is so
Quiet,
annoying. Sven. Ugh, sounds German if you ask me. I mean, it's a win-win for me. I'm going to go back home and tell them I took out 10 bastards. Anyway, Camper.
Yeah.
Right. Aside from point, I would get out of that smoothly, I think. Was,
Okay. Yeah.
was what we decided at the end there.
You've charmed your way out of that one.
But I'm wondering why don't you just make up tons of excuses all the time?
Right.
Okay. Maybe he should come back because, okay, some kids are going to die, whatever.
Yeah.
But then he's like, I liked the taste of freedom. And then you just lie about other people that are dying.
Right. Okay. So,
It's
so
just
you're
kind
like,
of a come and go.
I'm on my way back now. Oh, you won't believe. My brother, I will be back next week though. He's like,
I promise.
okay, no, yeah. It's not that I don't believe you, Nelson.
Yeah.
But this is the third family member.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
It's
say
just-
this one is a week's travel away, so it'll take you the week to get there, and then a week with the brother, and then a week back. That's 3 more weeks.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm now scared that after those 3 weeks, that you will tell me that you've got enough. That's 50 kids.
I mean, look, I don't have any other family members. You don't have to worry about.
Right.
But then can be 3
3
weeks
weeks.
time.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Turns out I have long lost
What?
sister.
Well,
Didn't even realize she's this. My uncle, before he died, told me about it.
Well, but you didn't know her, so there's no connection.
But I mean, wouldn't you be curious?
There's no
Wouldn't,
connection.
wouldn't you be
No, so
curious?
we're up to 60 kids.
Hey guys,
60 kids.
you tell me right now. If you had an estranged sister, you
Right.
wouldn't be interested to go see
Okay,
her on
no.
her deathbed.
Nelson, I will tell you this. If there turns out, after your estranged sister to be another family member, I swear to God, I'm going to burn the whole town down that we have here. Everyone will die, including me. No, they're not me. That would be counterproductive. Everyone else.
Look, it's very unlikely I have any other secret,
Right.
Family members.
But I'm saying
I mean,
that-
unless my sister has kids.
But I'm saying that
there
if
is
you
always
do-
the possibility that my sister has some children.
Speaking
You
of
know?
children, there's a bunch here that if it turns out you have another family member, will I don't want to even say it's impolite to say over whatever form of communication we're on, radio probably. We're sending
Letters. I think we're
telegrams.
sending letters.
Right. We're sending letters.
This is weeks of correspondence. Just buying more time. Just buying more time.
Yeah, because then you could send one like 2 weeks later, like, sorry, got lost in the post. What I meant to say was this.
I got returned to sender. Sorry. Have you guys moved?
No, you know what? The war's over.
And that's how you get out of prison.
It's foolproof.
So stupid. Okay. Just remember how many trees our listeners could be planting. All right, let's get into shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, 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 shower thoughts, 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 shower thoughts, 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 shower thoughts, thoughts, thoughts.
This shower thought is by Ridic the Animator. Jack Black is everything a kid wants to be between a movie star, rock star, and famous YouTuber.
That's kind of true, yeah. He is essentially the weird kid at school, but like made huge. You know?
Yeah. I think I remember hearing him in an interview once, and he said something along the lines of, he's
Skadoosh!
like, he said skadoosh.
Yeah.
And I was like, he said the line. And I clapped.
Yeah.
Don't remember what happened after that. No, he said, somebody sort of mentioned the fact that, I mean, this was a long time ago, so it was before his YouTube channel, obviously. But they said, you're really into music. You've had a successful movie career. Like, you've done well for yourself, all these things people want to do. And he said, yeah, just don't limit yourself. He's like, you want to get into, like, acting? Do that.
Yeah.
You want to get into music? Do that.
And you know what? Like this isn't any kind of body shaming or anything, but he's done it all with not being like a super ripped, conventionally attractive guy. He's just really, really good at everything.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to say that life is easier for, say, Brad Pitt,
but it is.
I don't think I will say I don't think it's harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's easier. Yeah.
Like that's even better that he
actually
is
less competition. That's what I'm thinking. There's a lot of Brad Pitt-esque type people. Leonardo DiCaprio. Put him in the same category.
Yeah.
Put another person in the category of Jack Black. No competition.
Well, okay, maybe that's the thing, because he did start his career in like High Fidelity and stuff, being the chubby best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that was like he had less competition there.
I wonder, any anorexic stars? Don't think so. I'll get on it. Don't worry.
Well, you still got some to lose, Nelson. I'm body shaming you now to help your anorexia.
Thank you. I'll use that for fuel later on.
when you're crying every time.
Yeah. When I think I should give up, I'll remember these words. I'm still a fatty. Could be lame.
And you know what I like about Jack Black's YouTube channel particularly?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Will Smith has a YouTube channel now, and The Rock has a YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
But they're so polished, and they're like, there's obviously a team behind him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jack Black is a legit YouTuber.
Yeah.
Like he uses webcams a lot. Him and his son run his whole channel.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think his son does the editing.
Yeah.
I think so. And that's kind of just like a cool idea.
Like, you look at anything that Will Smith puts out. He's clearly got a videographer. He's clearly got an editor. He's clearly got someone that then takes the edited video from those two people and then like optimizes it for social and puts a thumbnail and things of the most. Jack Black just gives the footage to his son. Yeah. And his son uploads. He is like a legit YouTuber. I like it.
I love that Jack Black had like over 1 million subscribers before he even dropped a video.
And also, his YouTube channel name isn't Jack Black. Like, he's not even drawing. It's Jabitsky Games, I think.
Yeah.
Like, he's not even, because Will Smith is called Will Smith and The Rock's is called The Rock, because you want people to be like, I want to watch their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He didn't even do that.
That's true.
I like it.
That's true. I suppose if you came across it, not having heard of it before, you're not instantly like, oh, this is good. Yeah. Okay.
Whereas, like,
He's a good guy.
the bigger people, I think, are like, man, what's cool and relevant now? Okay, kids love YouTube. I'm going to start a YouTube channel and try and get that audience. But Jack Black seems to be like, have watched YouTube and be like, this is cool, I want to do it. And he has like done the actual YouTube thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He seems like a
Kung Fu
Keanu
Panda.
Reeves.
Right.
In his sort of personality of just kind of being just a nice guy in general, you know?
Also, obviously, skadoosh.
And mainly skadoosh. Okay, here's another one. This is by Joe Fass. If you want a comfy life, get a high-paying job. If you want a comfy job, get a cheaper life.
What do I want? Do I want a comfy job or a comfy life?
It's a good question. It's the age-old question.
I don't.
Because obviously you could definitely have either one very
Because-
easily.
Here's the thing: you would think more comfy, a comfy job. I'm in a job all day. I'd love it to be comfy,
Yeah.
but disproportionately, you do spend more time outside of your job. Your job is 8 hours out of 24, not including weekends for most.
Yeah.
So I think you'd want the comfy life.
And you sleep for roughly 8 hours. So if you bought a really expensive bed, you're already paying yourself back those 8 hours.
Exactly.
Then you've got the other
Yeah.
8 to do whatever with the rest of the money you got.
Yeah, plant trees or build homes or whatever
Yeah,
you guys weren't doing while
Or
you're listening to this.
Those, wholesome things.
Yeah.
It's a good point. But also, I kind of disagree with this sentiment.
Yeah.
I think there are some people that have super shitty jobs that are getting paid peanuts.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not a comfy job. They're not living a comfy life at all.
Yeah. This does make it seem like they're the two options.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah.
There's like 6
There's
options.
worse.
And
There's
those
far
two
worse.
those two are the top 2 options.
Yeah.
But
That's
mainly they're like, want a terrible job and low pay?
Yeah.
And someone's like, well, I have no other options. So
that's
okay.
right.
I have a terrible job and I also don't have a cushy life.
Yeah. And my
Oh, dear
bed
God.
is the worst.
Yeah.
Um,
But given
given those two options,
what would you pick?
I think I would prefer. How much cheaper is cheaper life? Actually, that's my question. Because I don't think I spend a lot of money.
No,
I wouldn't
don't think you
say. Like I honestly think the most expensive things I buy is like games.
Yeah.
Occasionally,
Yeah.
a new one will come out and I'll buy that. Otherwise, it's just like food and
Yeah.
like very rarely clothes and stuff like that.
Or
So-
like you tend to me if you buy something, it's something quite long term. Like you brought a chest of drawers, for instance.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm sure it was a little bit pricey, but
Yeah.
also that's like 10, 15 years now.
yeah. To put it into perspective, I didn't have a chest of drawers. I was putting stuff on the floor of my cupboard
Yeah.
for the 2 years that we've lived in this building.
Yep.
Just because I was like,
Yeah,
I
it works.
don't know if I want to commit to buying a chest of drawers. It's a bit of money, and I can just use the floor for my socks and undies.
And Nelson, I just need a rough estimate.
Yeah.
How much you pay for your workout shoes?
My my runners.
Yep.
Don't know. It was a very long time
Just
ago.
rough. Like, what do you think it was?
It's probably less than $100.
Yeah, you got 8 years out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you'll get 9.
I'm basically making money off those shoes. But anyway, so I think then, if that's the case, I'd prefer a comfy job because I don't feel like a cheaper life
because
is.
you already kind of have a cheaper life.
Yeah,
Right.
I think so.
But like where we live, while not exorbitantly expensive, also isn't the cheapest.
Yeah, it's not the
accommodation.
cheapest. I might have to downsize to that.
And things like
I'd
your
still do that.
internet might not be as good. You've got quite good internet.
I think it could still be okay. I think I'd still be okay with it.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
All right. On your head.
You know what? Give me a high-paying, comfy job. I'll let you know which of those I prefer.
Yeah.
Might take me a while to decide.
You need to do. You need to do both for a while.
Yeah, extensive research.
You and the boss will be talking like, Nelson, if there's another week where you don't know, I'm going to kill these kids.
Yeah. I would say, look, it's a very hard decision. Give me another week.
Just you said that last time, and the kids are
Yeah.
really stacking
You know what you
up.
should do? just add up the number of kids that you threaten, okay? Because, that's a serious thing for me to consider.
Right. It's going to take me some time. Another week, probably.
Yeah. Every week, kids go up and I think, oh, this is bad. Need another week to decide about it. Anywho, oh boy, this is going to be a long episode, I think. I kind of want to do one more.
All right, let's make it quick. Speed round.
Nah, let's just get to Podnapping.
Oh my God, I'm being podnapped.
Podnapping.
This is Podnapping, where we nap a pod. We take a segment or a topic of conversation from another podcast and we do it ourselves. This week's my week, and I thought that previously on our episodes in the past few weeks, there's been a couple of times where I've poked fun at movie review podcasts.
Sure.
Because there's a gazillion of them.
Yeah.
And then there's a gazillion horror movie review podcasts.
Yep.
And then also a gazillion movie review or horror movie review podcasts while the hosts are drunk. Okay?
Oh, right. So whatever movie review and horror movie review podcast there is an equal amount in which they're drunk.
They're drunk. Yeah. That's the kicker.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so unique, Cambo, is that they're drunk.
Right.
Get it?
Yeah.
Anyway. But I thought that was me sort of giving too much crap, because my point was that they're not unique, but there are unique movie review podcasts out there, right?
Yep.
So, and those ones deserve, I think, the credit because they put a bit of a spin on it. It's not just some dry, dull thing.
Sure.
So I found one that I quite liked. It's called Movie Reviews in 20 Qs.
Okay.
And this is a few New Zealander guys, I think.
Yep.
So obviously that's not as good, but
Uncalled for.
But the idea is the movie I've chosen for us to review.
Yeah. And cues of questions?
Cues of questions.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, and I've not got 20. I've only got 4 or 5.
We're running out of time.
Yeah, we're running out of time. The show only goes for an hour. The movie I've chosen is Spider-Man Far From Home.
Great.
Because we will watch that together. I think that's the last movie I've seen, actually. And yes, unfortunately, it was a little while ago, so hopefully we'll remember enough of the movie.
Are we going spoiler alert?
Well, part of the reason why yes.
Yeah.
But part of the reason I also
case.
chose it, I was like, it's been out for ages.
Yeah.
So we're going to do, just a few questions.
Great.
The first one is that they apparently always start their episodes with is the compliment sandwich.
Okay.
So you have to say one good thing,
Yep.
one bad thing, and then one good thing about the movie.
Okay. One good thing?
Yep.
Jake Gyllenhaal, really good.
Yeah. I think so.
Yep. One bad thing about Spider-Man Far From Home.
Do you know what's funny, actually?
What's that?
I'm almost certain that, because I listened to these guys' episode on Spider-Man Far From Home, and I think one of them hated Jake Gyllenhaal. I was really surprised by that, because I think he was really good in it.
Yeah. Different strokes for different folks, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they're New Zealanders, so obviously there's some of that.
Jake Gyllenhaal was good. I need a bad thing. Yeah, I'm trying to, because it's a while.
It was a little while ago. Yeah. It's a bit tricky to say.
What didn't I like?
I know what I didn't like. Yep.
Well, okay. I'll say a good thing, then you say the thing you didn't like.
Because you need more thinking time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, good thing I'm going to say is, like you said, Jake Gyllenhaal, I'm going to say Tom Holland. Wait, say his name? Yeah. I actually think he is, and we spoke about this, I think he's the best Spider-Man.
I agree.
He's absolutely the best Spider-Man. He totally just like that kind of nervousness, but also kind of coolness of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He pulls off really well.
And he does this thing that Tobey Maguire... Well, no, Tobey Maguire did something that Tom Holland doesn't do, which is be about 40 years old.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah. Tom Holland really kind of pulls off the being in high school, you can still sort of believe it, you know?
Yeah.
And
So you like Tom Holland?
yeah. like
Okay,
Tom Holland.
I think. Okay, you've had one. I had one that I like.
Okay,
I think I
yeah.
got one I didn't like.
Yep.
Spoiler alert. The very end post-credit scene shows Nick Fury. He transforms into a Skrull, and after you go, I immediately went, oh wait, what?
Yeah. Yes. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's unnecessary.
Yeah,
I think completely.
Other than it shocks you for a second, and
Yeah.
then you think about it for another
Yeah.
second, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, but why? Okay. I think I actually thought of two things that I didn't like. No, I'm ruining the feedback sandwich. One thing was I didn't really like the B story, shall we call it, which was the relationship between his best friend,
Oh, Ned and
the girl. I don't know.
yeah.
I just thought that was really super lame.
Yeah,
Like
I agree with that.
like it was like they were hamming up this high school relationship,
yeah,
and
yeah.
more so the way that it ended, because they come back from the airport and they're like, "Oh, we've grown as people," and
Yeah.
I was like, "This is super lame."
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
It just
Between
seemed-
Ned and Betty Brant, her name is.
Right.
Australian actress, that girl.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I would agree
But
with that.
yeah, I just thought that was a bit weird. The other thing was, okay, so
It's double eight sandwich.
what is double?
Yeah.
There's two bits of ham
It's
in the
like-
middle of this
It's like
sandwich.
It's like a Big Mac. It's got two patties.
Two patties.
Yeah.
Well, they're good though. You know what? It's like an angry meal. You got the empty packet
Hey, what's your
of
other
apple.
thing? What's the other thing that you don't like?
Ugh, thanks for bailing me out of that.
I can see you're in a downward
I was
spiral.
like, oh my god, I don't know how to finish this. Okay. Anyway, the other thing was, so throughout the movie at the
Yeah.
start, they talk about his Peter Tingle.
Yeah.
Right? It's like this big thing that he doesn't have. And it's kind of funny that all of a sudden he doesn't have it. They just decide that he doesn't have it at the start of the movie. No explanation.
Similar to Spider-Man 2. Just suddenly his web stopped working and the doctor's like, I don't know, maybe you didn't trust yourself or something.
Really? Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's sure. That's
Right.
why not?
That's funny. I don't remember that. So there's this whole thing about his Peter Tingle, and that's fine. Okay, the fact that they don't explain it, that's fine. But then you eventually get to the end of the movie where he's, he's having to try and use his spider sense to work out that this is an illusion.
Yeah.
And it just happens so quickly. He just, all of a sudden, he just gets his spider sense back.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real reason for that.
Yeah.
And I felt like they were building up a reason. And I also felt like the fight was so quick. It wasn't like, he got hit a couple of times and he's like getting it back, and it's intense. I remember specifically because he's in that hallway.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like almost instantly.
Right.
He just breaks out of the illusion.
And just in time.
And then that's it. Yeah. It's like, I could have, I would have liked a 5-minute sequence there where he's gets hit a couple of times and he has to really like concentrate on doing it. It was just kind of a weird thing that I think.
Yeah. Okay. That's the second patty. Now let's put the bun of compliment on
the
top.
best bit.
Another spoiler alert, but the other post-credit scene, midway through the credits, J.K. Simmons back as J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
that was awesome. Do you know what was funny when that first came up? I was like, oh yeah, it's J. Jonah Jameson. Oh my god, it's J. Jonah. I was like, it was just funny that I realized it theoretically should have been another actor, but he just plays it so well.
Yeah, you're so used to the J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. Like, you take it so for granted that you're like, oh, yeah, there it is. Wait a minute.
I think it's mainly because of the game as well that came out.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he voiced that too.
I don't think he did. I think that it's got someone that sounds a lot like him.
Oh, okay, right. Well, either way, I think it was like, they obviously purposefully trying to
Yeah.
sound like him.
Yeah.
So it still, to me, was him. So that when I saw him, I was like, hey, it makes sense.
Quick, put your compliment bun on.
Okay. I also liked the first illusion scene they had where he's at the warehouse. I thought that was like cool use of effects,
Pretty
a bit trippy and stuff, and it was like a unique kind of experience for that.
Yeah. Are you saying there's 5 of these questions?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, that one was a little bit longer. Okay. These next ones.
Got to keep it at an hour.
4. Okay. Yeah. We're pretty close on our. What deep philosophical debate gets revealed in this film?
I mean, the debate in Spider-Man in general is always with great power comes great responsibility.
Right, yep.
And something that Spider-Man always has to face is, he wants to go to the opera with Mary Jane. And he wants to have a nice night and he wants to be a regular teenager.
Yeah.
But he's got because he has the powers of Spider-Man and he can stop these things.
Yeah.
He has the responsibility and he has to go and he can't spend that night. So that is just Spider-Man in general.
Yeah. Do you know what I would have done, Cambo? Seen the opera with Sarah Jane.
Mary
Jane. Because, it was all illusions and stuff anyway.
Yeah, because then in the end, when it turns out it is illusions, he's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Oh, boy, because I would have let so many people die.
Yeah. So many deaths. See, I'd be the worst. It's bad. I'm going to kill these kids if you don't give yourself up. I'm
Also, come to think of it, because it's all illusions, and then Mysterio would have theoretically come and saved them.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the harm in that?
Exactly.
He just gets famous, but that's all right.
Yeah. I reckon it's fine.
Yeah, good point. He should have gone to the opera.
He should have gone to the opera. What an idiot.
He really caused a problem by getting in Mysterio's way.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I think that I don't know. There's the ones that they talked about in the podcast actually was the blip. They thought the blip was interesting. The fact that you're 5 years behind your peers in a high school setting, which is an interesting concept. And
coincidentally enough, all of the main characters from the first Spider-Man film were all snapped away, and then so none of them aged too much.
Yeah,
that's very lucky.
Look, it's statistics, Cambo.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what the interesting thing about statistics is? Is sometimes you'll see a pattern, and then people that try to fake statistics will make it everything random, and that's how you know it's fake. Yeah. Because sometimes there's trends.
Like all the main cast members, they always
yeah. That's how you know that it was random.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
They also speak about hiding your identity and how would you get away with that from your peers. Do you think that you could, if you were Spider-Man, do you think you could pull the wool over my eyes, so to speak?
No.
No?
I'd tell everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I would do.
I'd be like, because every time I'd be like, don't tell anyone, but I am Spider-Man.
I am.
You swear not telling
anyone?
Yeah. Cool. What was your name again? Pete. Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Michael Campbell, obviously, again, just for reference.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone on Spider-Man.
And that's a real no-no.
I'm sorry, were you listening?
Yeah.
Come here for a second.
All right. I'll fill you in. Okay. Good. Which scene would you make into a musical?
The illusion.
Definitely the illusion scene.
It's almost like in Aladdin there's Friend Like Me, right? Where it is almost kind of like there's a weird trippy illusion.
Yeah.
I can imagine Mysterio doing a bit of like a Friend Like Me style. He's the genie and Peter Parker is Aladdin style musical number through that illusion.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon definitely. Yeah. And there's actually an episode of House where they do kind of this musical bit. It's super weird, but it's like when he's on drugs. I think he's under for surgery or something. I can't remember. And they have this kind of song that's like, so come on, let's go get happy. Get happy, blah, blah. It's like this kind of weird jazzy song. And they're doing these like weird dances up and down these stairs.
Do you know Hugh Laurie's released a couple of albums?
Really?
Yeah, it's probably like a cross promotion or something.
He's a real Jack Black, that guy.
Yeah, he is.
But anyway, and so I think that kind of like trippy music where it's kind of like this happy music, but done in a weird way, like a weird undertone, I think.
The soundtrack of all Fallout games.
Yeah. That could be true. Yeah. But yes, okay, we agree on that one. Good. Last one.
Yep.
What would the porn parody for this film be called?
Spider-Man Far From Homo. Where it is.
He's far from being a homo.
Okay.
Does that mean that he's
Yeah.
definitely straight?
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
there's,
it's super straight.
there's a guy that comes
Yeah.
on and he's like, no.
So maybe maybe it's very homophobic porn.
That's hey,
Peter
that
Parker
happens.
having sex with Mary Jane, perhaps, and then
Yep.
another guy walks in. He's like, "Hey, what do you think?" Peter's like, "Nah,
nah. Too close to homo for me.
I'm far from
I am
homo."
far from homo. Okay. Yep. Good.
I don't endorse it.
Yeah.
That's just what it would be.
Yeah. I feel like you also could have gone far from bone.
That was my original thought, but then I'm like, bone and home, do they
Yeah.
rhyme?
Do you know what I've learned with porn parodies?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Spider dick. Like, that's, as long as you can tell what it is, they don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Far from bone.
Yeah. Where does his webbing come out?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're welcome. He's swinging from his crotch.
Oh my
Like a
God.
real spider. Don't spiders swing from their butts?
Yeah, I don't.
I think the webbing comes. Maybe I'm wrong.
I
but
think it
thought the
comes
webbing,
from
like,
their-
not their butt, but like. From behind.
Yeah. The back of their abdomen.
Mm.
I thought spiders created little web slinger things.
Yeah. They all have the little
On their
things on their wrists.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, isn't that what they're implying with Spider-Man when he creates the web shooters? That it's that spiders know how to create web shooters?
Yeah. That was what Stanley was going for.
I think that's.
He's like, spiders are secretly smart. It's my new Stanley impression.
Anyway, so that was movie reviews in 4Qs.
Hey.
But it's genuinely, I thought, a good movie review podcast, something a bit unique. And they're not always the same questions. They're different questions all the time. Some
Good thing is,
give them ones.
Next time you've got Podnapping, we'll do it again, but drunk.
Oh, yeah. All right, so now let's get into Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show can write in and ask us anything they want.
I have one here from Hazim, who we haven't heard from for a few weeks. He says, "Gentlemen, it's been a little while since I wrote in, but I recently moved from New York to Baltimore. Unfortunately, I can no longer be your New York correspondent. My apologies. You know what? If every now and then, from time to time, Hazim, we might get you to zip over.
Yeah.
just to check something and
Pop on a
obviously-
flight. It's
obviously,
way closer for you than it is for us.
honesty system. Don't lie.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Along these lines, how many times have you guys moved in your life? Fun fact, I'm moving in about 2 weeks.
Yes, but not out of the state.
No, that's true.
And neither of us have lived. You lived pretty far out of the city, the main metropolitan area.
I did. Yeah. I lived
But
in a small
definitely the
town
same
called
state.
Hillsville, which is like from the city, like maybe 2 hours, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is like in hindsight, it's not that huge, is it?
Well, I think it's really funny when Australians talk about distance and time and travel time, and you hear Americans talking about distance and travel time. And, you might, and I'm only basing this off like few random things that I've seen, not just like fictitious TV or movies or anything, but like, I don't know, just random things that I've heard about America. And I feel like sometimes because if we travel, you might travel 2 hours in America and you're in another state.
Uh-huh.
It's somewhere completely different. Whereas with us, it's just like, well, I'm just down the road a bit.
Right, yeah. And then on the other other end of the spectrum is Europe. Travel 2 hours, you're in a different country, man.
Oh, well, yeah. That's
Yeah.
a good point as well. Europeans kind of, that perception of time and travel, I think, is so different for us because we're such a wide country.
I've tried to do some calculations in my head. I think it's 8 times I've moved.
Oh, right.
I think. I've probably missed some.
Okay.
But do you know off the top of your head?
8. Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, this is exciting.
And the fourth time, I was in the same complex. I just moved
Yeah,
apartments.
that's true.
So-
You looked at the window, looked at a different apartment, was like, oh, yeah, that one. Yep.
yeah.
So chucked your stuff over the
yeah.
chucked your stuff over the gap.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say 3.5.
Okay, that's fair. Now, along the chugger question from a few weeks back, With regards to chickens, how many bucks before a bagar? It's 2. Bagar?
Can be. It's very interesting.
Okay.
You should say that. I was gonna let me answer first because I thought since you were definitely wrong on the last one, you know,
Was I though?
you might want to
Jury's still out.
you might want to argue against what I was going to say. I've come to the conclusion. I actually read this a long time ago when Zim sent it through, and I'm not going to lie, it's come up a few times. I've just been thinking, driving along, and like,
How many bucks to
how
a
many
bagar?
bucks to a bagar? And this is what I've decided.
Go on.
It's 2.
Yep.
And then it's 4.
Buck,
Just
buck,
allow
bagar,
me-
Buck.
No. Hold on.
Okay.
Bagar.
Yep.
Bagar.
See, I would go 2 and then 3. Bagar. Bagar.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Kevin, it's always even. Oh, no,
It's like because it's like music. There's a rest beat in there. Because you know how jazz is all about the notes you don't play.
yeah.
It's buck bagors.
So
are
you're
very
saying
much like that.
the 4th buck is not.
It's actually
wait,
the 3rd buck because there's technically buck pause buck bagar.
buck.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
so you have to pause,
Yeah.
and I just had another buck.
you do. Yeah, but I had a rest note.
Buck.
This is the content people could have been doing other things during.
I'm still gonna stick with my 2 and then 4.
No, that's fine.
Right in.
Again, of everything we do, I look forward to this being the thing that everyone writes in about. You idiots! It's 6 bagars.
I mean, if it's 6 because
It's six-
get
six-
out of here.
Yeah. 6
Stop
bucks.
listening. Okay. I think it then repeats after that.
So it's a pattern. You're just a man losing his mind.
I don't know if it repeats.
Look, he also says, also FYI, your Scarface sounds more like a Texan car salesman. That was from a little while ago where we were doing celebrity. Why were we doing that?
No, that wasn't when we were doing
'Cause I thought we
celebrity
did-
voices.
I thought we did
you
Al
did
Pacino.
you did one.
Yeah.
It was because
I
of
did,
a podnapping thing,
right.
I think.
Yeah. So I did because I did Al Pacino from Heat.
She's got a great ass. Yeah.
That was not bad.
Oh,
Sounds like a Texas.
I just did it off the cuff.
car
yeah.
salesman.
Yeah.
And he says thanks for the laughs. hasn't he?
Anyway, yes. Do you know what? I'm actually going to, or if you want to, because I'm pretty sure Hazim wrote in again.
He did. You're going to
But,
double
but
his
he
in.
didn't. He didn't ask a question. So I think we should just go through his other
Yeah,
email, 'cause I quite like
It's
it.
quite interesting.
But
isn't
then we've also got Abigail. So
Abigail,
I'll go through Hazim's email that he sent us just yesterday. He said, gentlemen, number 1, I would watch the hell out of that game show.
Yes, our famous game show with no
No
public rules.
private rules.
Yeah.
Still haven't come up with the right name for it.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Yeah, so it's a game show in which the contestants don't know what the rules are,
Yeah.
and they need to work them out as they play.
Yeah. I was telling Camper earlier, I was trying to think of a podnapping segment. Well, I was just going to do that. And
You're
it's
going
a
to podnap
difficult-
this show.
I was going to podnap this show and do that game show.
Yeah.
It's a difficult concept to come up with. But I think it's really, there's something in it. I just haven't worked out the formula yet.
Yep.
It's going to be good. Anyway, then he also said, number 2, one of my things about the show is when I pause the podcast and come back to listen to it later, and you guys happen to be in the middle of a bizarre tangent, I have to sit there and try to remember how in the world you got to talking about game shows or the like.
Okay, this is my dream, and Hazim, you will have caused this to happen.
Yep.
Is someone pauses the podcast, and then they come back a couple of hours later, and they press play, and they hear, buck,
Yeah.
buck.
Buck.
That's what I want to happen. And
Oh my God, the chickens have taken over.
in a small way, Hazim, you made that happen to someone.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, and the last thing he said, because he actually then subject of the email is the business is starting.
Yep.
He said, number 3, so I picked this up recently, and he sent in 2 photos of a very sexy looking Tesla.
Yeah.
He said, gents, the first edition of the Reddit Tesla fleet is here.
Yes.
And yes, I got the self-driving option.
Great.
Obviously, you're not an animal. Let's make it happen. Hazim.
Hazim, don't forget you can live in that thing.
You can live in that thing.
We did decide.
I don't actually remember entirely how we were going to make money from this. But remember, you live in it.
That's
and you deliver Uber Eats.
Yeah.
And you and regular Uber.
Yep.
And that's how it works.
Yeah, that's the problem is we have so many great money making ideas that occasionally we forget the ins and outs exactly of them. But obviously, if you do start making money, Hazim, we will take a clip.
Yeah. I mean, I think that goes without saying.
But that's exciting.
Yeah,
we've got our first in the Reddit fleet.
You know what? It is generally quite a nice car too.
It looks really nice.
It's not just the cool self-driving and electric function of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they look very cool.
They do, yeah. They're very sleek.
Yeah. Anyway, I have one here from Abigail. Gentlemen, I've missed you guys. I haven't emailed you boys in like 2 weeks. Ugh. Anyway, we just got a dog named Jada, and she's an angel. I have to send a picture sometime.
Please do.
I hope y'all feel better soon. Also,
yeah.
This one was sick. Yeah. What do you guys feel like is the best animal in the world? In brackets, mine is giraffe. Also, when is the sickest you've ever been?
Ooh.
The best person ever besides cousin Rowan, Abigail.
Oh, I do like that there is a little bit of competition in the people that write in, but also it's quite cordial.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, maybe the best. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
people, obviously.
But I mean, Rowan's been running it so often, so I think respectfully he gets the top spot.
And then Connor wrote in not long ago. He's like, look, maybe the best Connor. I don't know. I don't want to be too rude, but I think I might be.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's good. Put yourself out there.
It's because it's arrogant, but also quite humble.
Yeah. That's right.
It's a hard thing to balance. Best
Here's
animal.
what I want to know first.
Yeah.
Is Abigail, why didn't you get a giraffe? If you think it's the best animal, you got a stupid dog instead.
Easier to let the dog sleep in the laundry. You know what I mean?
I think
Get a bigger laundry. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Imagine you're looking at an apartment to rent or something.
Yeah.
Like how tall are the ceilings?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
11 feet. Could you?
Do
the previous
scooch
tenant
that up to 18?
Have any of the previous tenants? Any of them had a giraffe, or is it giraffe friendly?
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's doable. If you've got, first of all, if you're in a backyard, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it can eat the leaves on the trees and so you don't even have to feed it.
Yeah.
Also, if you live in a relatively tall apartment building,
you get one on the second floor,
and then
he can poke his head in the
exactly.
window. Yeah.
So,
But yeah,
Give him some
if you
pats.
lived somewhere a little more rural, you could just have it as an outside giraffe. You know how sometimes there's like outside dogs. They're not allowed. They're not allowed in. They're not allowed on the couch.
Yeah.
It's like a giraffe version of that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, don't let him in. I know it's a little bit stormy, but don't let him in the house.
Yeah.
Because again, he will break through the ceiling.
Yeah. Then the storm will come in, so it's a whole thing. Anyway, get giraffes, all I'm saying. Best animal in the world, Cambo. Go.
I mean, I know it's a cliche, but
No,
I need
it's
to
lame. You can't choose dog.
I
Dogs
need
are the
to.
worst. Dogs suck.
But
I'm saying it right now.
Okay.
Dogs suck, and everybody knows it.
you got a bit of correspondence on our Reddit thread recently about what would you abuse the Midas touch for?
Yeah.
And they had to say, well, we all know what Nelson would abuse it for.
Yep.
So your lucrative business again. We sometimes forget how we're going to make money, but you were turning dogs into gold.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the easiest way to make money in the world. So many dogs.
Yeah. But honestly, I like my heart is just full of so much love for them. At the moment at my gym, when I finish my class, the next class, there's a border collie. He's not doing the class, but the girl that comes into the class after me brings in a dog, and I always go and give him a cuddle after every class. He very hates it going all sweaty.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
It's like, oh, you smell the worst. Trust me, I've got a good nose.
But I just love I honestly just really love the companionship of them. And then aside from that, I have such a soft spot. I know they're the same breed, but for wolves, I think wolves are really, really
Right.
like beautiful creatures.
Okay. Lame.
Oh, no.
Can be. Here's what.
Okay,
Here's
so
a
it's
good one.
giraffes.
A megalodon.
Yeah, I forgot about megalodons.
No, best animal in the world. Okay. I think I kind of appreciate sloths.
Okay. Well, yeah, are they the mascot for your week, your holiday week?
Yeah. Well, they would be if anybody could get around to making a mascot for the week.
Yeah, everyone just imagine it's sloths.
Yeah.
All right.
It's you can imagine how I'd be like, it's just a sloth.
Yeah.
It's the best part of it.
What's it called? Everyone just name it whatever you want to name it. Cool.
Yeah, his name is Lazy.
His name is Slothy.
I think this is why I think I appreciate an animal the same way that I like cats, where I feel like they live by their own rules.
Yeah.
You know, they don't conform to society.
Mm.
They don't need, they're not worried about what's going on around them. It's just them. That's all they care about. I think cats are a little bit more like vindictive in that way. Like they will make you suffer if it makes them feel better.
Yeah.
But sloths are kind of more like, yeah, whatever. It's, are you cutting my forest around me?
You guys should stop. I'm just going to take a little nap.
Okay, quick, Kip. If you could be done by the time I wake up, that'd be great. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. That's the animal you resonate with. That's fine.
Maybe dolphins. They're intelligent.
Yeah, they're all right.
They know what's going. No, I don't really care. I don't care for dolphins.
They rape though.
They do rape.
Yeah.
I've heard stories. I have no idea how true that is.
Yeah, it's like Louis C.K. Everyone liked him, and then he did some weird, creepy stuff. And you can't look at him the same. Dolphins are very much like that. Everyone's like,
do you know? That's very true.
Everyone saw Flipper or whatever, and everyone's like, dolphins are great. And it's
Yeah.
like you don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
By enclosed, seaweed curtains.
Okay. Yes, that's true. You never know. Also, when's the sickest you've ever been?
I don't know. I don't think either of us have been like deathly sick.
We've never been. I feel like for that to rate, you kind of need to have a disease of some kind.
Or like hospitalization for for a long term.
Yeah.
I did get a little bit sick when I was a kid. I was in hospital for about a week. But you know what? I don't remember why.
Okay. Cool.
I don't remember why.
Cool story.
Yeah, it was very... Yeah. That's the sickest I've been. I don't know why, and I was about a week in hospital.
You know what? The other week when we're sick, that was the sickest I've ever been. For sure.
But we still did the podcast.
Yep. But thank you for writing in, Abby and Hazim. If you would like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, READIT podcast @gmail.com. You can also reach us on Facebook, Twitter, and our subreddit. They're all READIT podcast.
Question of the week, how many bucks to a bagor?
How many bucks to a girl?
And does this sequence repeat?
Yeah. That's it.
That's the important one.
That's the thing.
Also, quickly, Hazim, what's going on in New York? If you can just duck over there and let us know.
Yeah. We all of a sudden have this urge to know what's going on there.
General vibe.
Yeah.
You don't even have to drive, just sit in the car.
Yeah. Don't get out of the airport even if you choose to fly.
Yeah,
just kind of find out. Ask somebody at the counter.
Yeah, what's going on? What's up?
Yeah. But you have to be in New York. No phone calls.
No,
okay.
No.
You can tell the truth. You can tell if somebody's lying by their eyes. Can't do that on a phone call.
Yeah.
Or FaceTime. Because of lag.
And you can tell if someone's lying by their email, so we'll know if you didn't. Obviously. If you could just simply tell everyone in your life that you know to listen and subscribe.
So easy.
We're looking for that 7 bill number.
Yep.
Any day now. Any day now.
Yes.
If you want to convince someone, just cut the audio clip of Nelson bargaining his way out of a German prison camp, show it to friends and family. They'll be on board. They'll get it. No context is even required.
Understand. Or just the buck.
Yeah. It's all
Just
good.
that.
It's all good.
Rate us and review. Rate us and review. And that's it.
Yep.
So thanks for listening, and we will read you later.
And I think that was exactly 1 hour.